Good morning. Quick check-in. I got some stuff on my mind, so I said I'm just gonna start picking up the camera and like doing my daily, I don't know, vlog, diary thing. I don't know, but I picked it up and I'm here. So one thing I want to do for myself, not just this year, but just in general, um, I want to be able to tap in to become or to be less like I want to criticize myself less, if that makes sense, whatever. But I am very hard on myself. I criticize myself a lot. I'm very I come down on myself really hard. I am my worst critic. So there's never really much anybody else can say that could make me feel bad about myself, because usually I've probably already told myself that like a million times. So I do want to work on being less critical of myself, being less hard on myself, and putting forth the effort and the work that I know I have, to kind of to make life a little bit more successful for me. Like, cause I just turned the camera on, so I don't really know where I'm going with this. So I'm kind of just, the words are kind of just coming up in my head and I'm letting them out. I have a lot of feelings and my brain moves 1,000 miles a minute, and so a lot of the times it takes a lot for my brain to slow down and for me to process my actual freaking thoughts. So that's that. But yes, I want to learn how to be a little bit less critical of myself. I know I'm talented and I know I'm hardworking, but a lot of the time, having so many ideas in my head, I get overwhelmed, and then I'll find myself like making a game plan of doing this, doing that, or whatever, a list of things. And I get so overwhelmed with wanting everything to be perfect that I realize that all I did was just come up with a game plan and I haven't actually put any action into anything. So I want to work more on action, less talking, more action. That's kind of where I'm at with that. Um, I don't know. It's really hard. It's really hard because I discourage myself a lot. Because I'll say things like me, I just feel like success is so untouchable to me right now, unreachable. I feel like it's something that I can't really obtain. And I know that's just like my inner bully, just trying to break myself down. But it is hard, because when you live a certain type of life, especially with me growing up the way I did and living kind of the life in my early 20s the way I did, I sometimes get the feeling that I'll never get out of my situation. And I know that could probably hinder me a lot, but yeah, I tend to get discouraged because it feels like I'm going to always be stuck in this one place. And I have always told myself, like, I work hard. I work hard. You know what I'm saying? So they say you work hard and you can get whatever it is you want. It's not always that simple. They say pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It ain't always that simple. Like, I work my tail off. I've been the girl that I was a janitor for a factory. I was a cashier. I worked at fast food restaurants. I have had jobs. So working has never been my issue. It was just kind of like, okay, I'm working, but when is my situation going to change? When am I going to come up out of this hell that I feel like I'm in? And a YouTuber that I watch, that chick Angel Lakita Moore Tanksley, sorry, she made the statement on one of the podcasts that I was watching with her and her husband, Marcus. She was like, you know, I found myself really being in touch with this because I felt exactly where she was coming from. And oh wow, it's morning and I still got eye crust. Anyways, but I felt exactly what she was talking about when she was just like, I harp on this one scripture where it's like, faith without work is dead. And I've always been one of the main people to where I'm like, I work. So it's like, okay, I got the faith, I'm working, ain't nothing happening. But it's like, okay, but do I really have the faith? And she made a statement, and I agree, where it's like, I have caught myself lying to myself about the amount of faith that I actually have. And I'm gonna be honest, like I said before, I pride myself as a antisocial pessimist. So I never really see the silver lining in anything. I usually only see the bad. And when good happens, I'm like, okay, well, that's icing on the cake. But I'm always expecting the worst. And I know that's not good. I know that's probably like very toxic. But I do. I only expect the worst because sometimes it's hard for me to see the good. Sometimes the good is like a turtle. It was like it's hidden where it has this shell. And I would only see the good every so often when it pokes its head out. But for the most part, I'm just seeing this hard shell of disappointment. And you know, the good is there, the good is underneath, but it's hard for me to see it. Yeah. I don't know. It's just one of those random morning rants or morning thoughts. It's pretty early here. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. So that tells you I woke up with some stuff on my mind. And I'm always thinking. And sometimes that stresses me out too, because a lot of the time I'm just like, I want my brain to stop. I just want to not think. I don't want to worry. Sometimes I just want to be careless. I want to have a careless lifestyle. But I'm too much of a pessimist to even think that living a careless lifestyle is something that's even possible. Or even if I can do it, I feel like so much is going to go wrong because I'm being careless. I stress about things 10 years from now that I have no control over. I stress about if my son's going to go to college. I stress about if my son is going to graduate from high school. He's in the 5th grade. Who knows? But I stress about it. And it's like, and it'd be it's unnecessary stress. I don't have to think like that. I don't have to be that way. But I do. I don't know. I was all over the place. Just random. I'll be back. Maybe. Yeah. It was just, I don't know. Yeah. I'll be back later to finish this thought out. I don't know. We'll see.